Now this is the Walthers uh, Bascule Bridge, Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. Now these are the later designs built like from 1919, 1920s, all the way to the 1930s. And the drying machinery is mounted on the counterweight bridge tower, and the struts is fixed to the Bascule span. So uh, I'm gonna show you like when it raises and lowers. So now this is the Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and St. Louis Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. Was built in 1920, um, crossing the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland, Ohio, and it was removed in 1988. See the cabin on a with the machinery in it on the counterweight bridge tower. Yeah, so this bridge was removed in 1988 over the Cayuga River, over the Cuyahoga River, in Cleveland, Ohio. Michigan Central Railroad Strauss Hill Trunnion Bascule Bridge crossed the Rouge River in Detroit, Michigan, the South. Lord. Razor for ship traffic. Raised for boats. See, the navigation light is green when it's raised. And then when it lowers, it reverts to red. Now it's south and it's still in service, crossing the Rouge River in Detroit, Michigan. Now this is St. Charles Airline Railroad Strauss Hill Trunnion Bascule Bridge, built in 1920. Now the span right now is 260 feet long. It's the longest bridge. And it was shortened to 220 feet in 1930 when another Strauss Bascule Bridge was built, and then relocated right next to the bridge. Now the bridge is shortened to 220 feet. close view. On the left. Raising. Lower. Yes, a thunderstorm over in Chicago. Over these bridges across the South Branch Chicago River. Concrete two-wing counterweight, and the train is going over this bridge. Raised for boat traffic. Boom. Two-wing counterweight. Now the bridge crosses the South Bend Chicago River in Chicago, Illinois. It is one last bridge right there. Baltimore, Ohio, Chicago Terminal Railroad Strauss Trunnion Bascule Bridge was built in 1930. Crossing the South Bend Chicago River in Chicago, Illinois. This is like when the bridge was in service, in a closed position with the St. Charles Airline. Now the bridge crosses the South Bend Chicago River, Chicago, Illinois. Now there's the Erie NX Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. It's abandoned across the Passanic River, located in Newark, New Jersey, and it's called the Annie Bridge. Two-week counterweight and struts, operator struts. Bridge is lowered for train traffic. Look like the pictures taken from a drone. Yeah, the bridge was built in 1922, and the bridge, the swing bridge in the background, like it's about to be replaced, about to be removed. Two-week counterweight. The bridge crosses the Passanic River in Newark, New Jersey. It's abandoned. Florida East Coast Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge was built in 1925. Crosses the St. Johns River, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, yeah. You see the strut is fixed to the bascule spin and the machining on the Conway Bridge Tower. close view of the strut fixed to the Bascule spin in the machinery on the counterweight bridge tower. 2-week counterweight, concrete counterweight. Now the Florida East Coast Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge crosses the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida is still in service for rail traffic. This is the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. It was built in 1919. Crosses the Thames River located in Groton, Connecticut. Right, so yep, it's raised. Florida Avenue Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge was built in 1919 by the Strauss Bascule Bridge Company and the Bethlehem Steel Bridge Company. Now this bridge was replaced with a vertical lift bridge, and so in 2005, right, it has both highway and railroad. Now the bridge is being removed across the in the Harbor Canal, industrial canal in New Orleans, Louisiana. Elminster CSX Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge was built in 1919 by the same Bethlehem. Same duplicate of the Florida Avenue. Crosses in the Harbor Navigation Canal and Industrial Canal in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now this bridge used to also carry highway, but now it carries railroad now. Yeah, carries railroad. Yeah, the bridge is still in service across in the Harbor Navigation Canal, New Orleans, Louisiana. Now the last duplicate is the Seabrook Norfolk Southern Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. Built in 1923, he rehabilitated in 2017. and the outer force highway was removed, um, but it still runs for its train traffic. Right. Now the last duplicate crosses the in the Harbor Navigation Canal located in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, thus the Burlington to Northern Santa Fe Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge. Now, thus is the later design because this bridge had replaced the earlier design, which was used by the Northern Pacific Railroad, and you know, and so it was built between like 1930 and 1932. Um, Crossing the Duwamish River in Seattle, Washington. See, the latest design, the machinery is mounted on the counterweight bridge tower and the strut fixed to the Bascule spin, a better suit operation. See, now that's an example of the later design that Strauss done reversed. So, so that's the main one, main focus of um, how it was the earlier design. It was replaced with a later design. So Paducah and Louisville Railroad Strauss Hill Train Bascule Bridge crossing the Green River in Rockport, Kentucky, still in service, built in 1931. Similar to the last bridge, right? Yeah, so the bridge crosses the Green River in Rockport, Kentucky. Former Texas and Pacific Railroad um, Strauss Hill Trunnion Bascule Bridge was built in 1921 for the Union Pacific Railroad. It's closed shut now. Cross it up, Plaquemine Bayou and Plaquemine, Louisiana. That's a two-week counterweight. up close view. Across the Plaguely Bayou in Plaquemine, Louisiana is closed shut, but it's still in service for train traffic. Now this is PNC Railroad Strauss Trunnion Bascule Bridge combined with the Johnson Street in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Now the bridge was replaced with a weird-looking Bascule bridge. Now the railroad bridge that is in open position was built in 1924 and right along with the Johnson Street Highway Bridge on the left. Now both bridges were replaced with a modern wheel Bascule bridge crossing the Victoria Harbor located in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Henry Ford Strauss W. Bascule Bridge was built in 1924, crossing the Cerritos Channel and Long Beach, California was replaced with a vertical lift bridge. It carries high rating railroad. Yeah, so the bridge was replaced crossing the Cerritos Channel in Long Beach, California. It's similar to the Sauce Marie Bridge, but this bridge has the operator strut fixed to the Bascule's bend, and the machinery on the counterweight bridge tower. And Sauce Satan has the machinery on the Bascule's bend, counterweight fixed to the bridge tower. Second Narrows Bascule Bridge was Strauss. Bascule Bridge was built in 1925, located in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, over the Burris Inlet. Carries highway and railroad. Postcard of it. Now, mind you, the approach to Spin bridges had collapsed and the bridge had remained. So it's about to replace with a lift bridge. Now this bridge was was replaced with a lift bridge. Crosses the Barrett Inlet in Vancouver, British Canada. Now these are the later design bridges, and they are common for a better suit of operation.